Hello again, friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your car match reaction. I am, of course, your host, the Gov. This show is brought to you in a partnership with Match Bingo, Stowmarket Osteopaths, and Guardian Apprentice. What a win for our Super Blues. Town dominate Coventry, winning 3-0, and I can already see a really buzzing chat, and I absolutely love seeing a buzzing chat. And I'll tell you something else that was absolutely buzzing. Well, two things that was absolutely buzzing. One, Portman Road was rocking this afternoon. Really loud, really buzzing, really great atmosphere. And why wouldn't it be? Town have just beaten Coventry 3-0. And our fan match reaction show. Wow. I'm sorry this show was late in starting. I'll tell you why it was late in starting. I've never seen the statue after a game so busy with people desperate to come on the show and just have their say. We have got a packed, and I do mean a packed, fan reaction show for you. If you're watching this on catch-up, hopefully it's now on the channel. It'll be under the video section. If you're watching this live, thank you so much for joining me in our car reaction. I hope you're still enjoying these car reaction shows. It's just my instant thoughts, what I'm feeling in this moment. I've written down some notes through the course of the game. I'm going to go back and watch the game, and we'll be live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. myself, Matt and Lee, to really break it down in more detail. But here's what I instantly thought. That was Ipswich Town at its best for me. Every time a team comes to Portman Road and tries to play Town, particularly in the Championship, you kind of got to ignore the Premier League because every single team can do what Town can do, but with elite players. When a team comes to Portman Road and tries to play Town at their own game, which is a high press, ball on the floor, an open game, that's the type of performance we see from this football team. It's a really good performance. You've now got to stack that one, and I'm not going to put a negative onto it. We can really dissect it tomorrow. You have got to now stack that one Wednesday. That's a really good benchmark. You've now got to put another good performance on top of that one. Kian says much improved. Need to figure out the low block teams, which, you know, some of the people on our fan reaction show, as you'll hear, were saying they expect Stoke to come and do on Wednesday. So that'll be the contrast to Coventry, that they'll come in low block, and Coventry didn't. Coventry came and tried to outplay Town, and why shouldn't they? They're top of the table. They're a team in really good form. Dan can't make the meet up. No, Dan, no problem. They are all at the Black Horse right now. I'm going to go to the Black Horse after I've edited the van reaction show, so maybe I'll get there. But as I can see, the car park hasn't even moved yet. So let's run through it. First of all, Christian Walton in goal. There's been conversations. Will he keep his place when Alex Palmer is fully fit? Well, I'll tell you what now, with performances like that, there's no conversation to be had. Christian Walton out there today. Yes, okay, he can occasionally be slow with his release. Yes, okay, is he as confident as other goalkeepers at the football club with the ball at his feet or the passing game? Probably not. But my word, that save at 0-0, ladies and gentlemen, that is a quality save. I'll say it again. It's a high quality save, and it's kept the game at 0-0 and allowed Town to go and do the things that it then went on to do. I tell you what, I've just seen John's in the chat. John, I hope you are well. I know you had an accident on your bike. You left a comment yesterday on the show. I hope you're doing good. I hope that win lifts any spirits that may have been dampened by the accident. But Christian Walton, wow, what a save at 0-0. Tips it onto the post. It's a really good save, and Town go on from there. The back four in front of him, you need some consistency at some point, right? You need some consistency at some point, and perhaps that's where the consistency starts coming in. Your back four, may I suggest we leave that alone a little bit now? Kipre came in, didn't come in, he started the last game. Kipre kept his place. Was a really good performance from Cedric Kipre. Dara O'Shea. Dara O'Shea is a really good defender. What he's not particularly good at is perhaps the expansive, what we'll call ball-playing centre-half side of the game. That's not really what he's strong at. And he struggles occasionally with some wayward passes, but defending, like for the second goal, he's won the ball sort of. I tell you what, Frank Lampard's there today, obviously in charge of Coventry. Sort of John Terry-esque. He's fallen to the ground in a really awkward position, and he's headed the ball. So I'm joking, not like on his knees. And Town have then gone on from the counter-attack and scored the goal that effectively almost put a pin in the result. Obviously, the third goal definitely did that from Azon. But O'Shea and Kipre, just really good centre-half pairing that really complement each other. And that's not a knock on Jacob Greaves. That's more of a, This is my centre half too. Let's go forward with that. Into midfield, Jack Taylor. I absolutely loved hearing a Jack Taylor chant being sung today in the Cobble stand. I'm all for that. You know how much I've been bigging up Jack Taylor and his performances and all aboard the bandwagon and all that. Well, I think the membership hotline of the Jack Taylor Fan Appreciation Society is going to be busy this evening because there's going to be some fans wanting to join that bandwagon. And why shouldn't you? It was everywhere, absolutely everywhere in there. And you need that. You need that energy. You need that drive around the field. Matasiwa again. What can you say about Azor Matasiwa that hasn't been said before? He's just a magnificent player. And I struggle when people say, is he an upgrade on Sam Morsey? This is no disrespect to Sam Morsey, who was a good player. Matasiwa is a fantastic player. Jaden Philogene, work rate up and down that wing. On the right side, Egley, 2-2. Sindravali Egley is on the move in terms of his performances. They're now coming up to this upward path that young players go through, and we need to ride this now. And what again, we come back to the selection. What we can't do is drop him. No one gets dropped anymore in football. Rest him. Wednesday, he scored 2-2. Let's now play him again Wednesday. Get him some confidence. See if you can get a third or set a goal up. John says, watch that against Wolves in the League Cup, mate. Yeah, good. I tell you what, John, I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. But after that, and the noise of the fan reaction, we even had someone just come running over to start singing into the microphone. My head's a bit pounding. There's nothing a good night with some friends won't cure. Andy, just finishing too greedy, says Andy. Needs to start being. I disagree with you there, Andy. I appreciate the comment. I'll put it on the screen, my man, because it's a fair comment, but I disagree with it, Andy. I wholeheartedly disagree with it. I thought today, particularly, Jaden Philogene, his performance was excellent. Up and down that wing, work rate, where sometimes you say, oh, Jack Clark works harder. His work rate was absolutely sky high today. His quality is always his quality. Nice little cutback for the Egley goal. The Egley goal, it comes from a set piece. So I'll be breaking that down hopefully tomorrow. I might even get a little bit of new software onto the situation. We'll see if that's arrived when I get home to help break it down a little bit. But it's come from a set piece. I thought at one point we might have overplayed it. I really did. I thought, oh no, we've overplayed this. And I think Leaf puts it over and I'm like, oh, crying out loud, Ipswich, just have a shot. It falls to Philogene. He cuts it back to Sindravali Egley, and it's a lovely finish. He uses the defender's body shape against him, or positioning against him, just to guide it around the goalkeeper. But yeah, appreciate the comment, Andy, but I disagree in terms of Jaden Philogene, I have to be honest. Rob says, Matasiwa was a defensive rock, great at breaking up play. B. Desmond 901, brave performance today against league leaders will fuel confidence in team and supporters, and a clean sheet. I know. Tad don't do clean sheets, so we have to absolutely celebrate that when we can. George Hurst, and I spoke about this on the Family Action show, which we'll see hopefully whenever I get it edited. But is there a way we can sort of get him warming up for the game earlier? Because this is not the first time I've seen George Hurst first half where he's not quite at the races. His touch isn't right. He's not holding the ball up. He's not triggering the press enough for me. He's just not at the races. And at halftime, I'm thinking if they took George Hurst off now, I probably wouldn't disagree. And then second half, he comes out and he's almost unplayable. And that's what happened today. First half, touch, trigger of the press, positioning, work rate, all those different things. I was like, it's not George Hurst we're used to. This is not the George Hurst I nicknamed Velcro Man in League One because everything stuck to him. Second half, he ran the channels. Oh, just superbly. Ran the channels on the last shoulder of the last centre half and thoroughly deserved his goal. Even if he took one too many touches for my ticker. Because as I'm sat there in the cobblestone, I'm thinking, hit it, George, hit it. And he's taking a touch, he's taking another one. Oh no, George, hit it, please. And he knows what he's doing. But yeah, so is there a way we can start him warming up a bit earlier so we can get that George Hurst from the get-go in the first half and into the second half? I joke, of course, because, you can't. But it's just not the first time I've seen different George Hursts in different halves. But in the end, you have to say a really good performance from George Hurst, just purely based on that 20 minutes in the second half. First half, as I say, at half time, I would have argued if said we're bringing him off. Eric says, Gov, you have to change the colour of your card to blue. I can't do that. I love my little red car, you know. I'm like, it's just, you know, it's small, it's tiny, it's mine. I love it. Even if I'm like that, what was that scene in The Simpsons when I'm a bit like that when my legs up underneath my chin. But hey, we move. But yeah, and then subs did their job as well. And it's the what comes next, isn't it? Right. Before we do what comes next, don't forget we are partnered with Match Bingo. Remember the word town all in caps because we have partnered with Match Bingo to give you a 100% deposit bonus. Use the word town all in caps. The minimum is £10, and while it's bonus cash can come withdrawn, the winnings absolutely can be. Terms and conditions apply. Over 18s only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit begambleaware.org for more information. But Match Bingo combine the thrill of live sport, and that was I'm not going to swear on an ad read, but that was a brilliant thrill with the thrill of bingo. Match Bingo, and of course, Stowmarket Osteopaths quality case in 1985. 01449613633. Give Freddie and his team a call for osteopath and physiotherapy services needs. And that's what I'd be doing now. Giving Freddie a call and getting every single one of those players an osteopath session, a physiotherapy session, give them a rub down, get them ready for Wednesday. Because it's what comes next for me, which is the key. You've delivered a great result. You've made 5 changes to get there. Yes, the 11 has holes in it. There's certain positions you could say you need to get better in, but that's your strongest 11, is it not? Is that not your strongest 11? Nunez in the 10, another great performance. Taylor and Matasiwa just behind him. Kipre and O'Shea. Whether you want to play a more progressive centre half like Jacob Greaves or not, perhaps if you're going to go with O'Shea, who brings the best out of him? Probably Cedric Kipre. That's your strongest 11. They play in 5 days' time? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days' time. They play in 4 days' time. Play them again. Play that 11 again. Don't make any changes. I challenge Kieran McKenna to do that. Don't make any changes unless you absolutely have to through injury, because you can make 5 subs in a game these days. That's more or less half the outfield unit. So at 60 minutes, if you had to, you can make all 5 changes if you absolutely had to. Of course, you wouldn't want to. But if Azor Matasiwa can play almost every single game of competitive football in the most demanding of positions, by the way, the most demanding of positions, where he's got to get around the pitch for the whole 90, we can put that 11 out again. Because that's your strongest 11. Now build on that really good performance. That's the key for me now, and we'll break that more in detail tomorrow. But this is an instant reaction show. I'm not going to swear. It's only I don't know what time is it. What time is it? 5:55. I'm not going to swear. But I'm thinking, and you're all thinking it as well, that was a great performance. Matt, best starting with Kayus Clark as well. It's come off the bench. Absolutely agree, Mabby. Walton man of the match for Graham. That save in the first half, says Rob, was absolutely fantastic. It really was. But this could be if Blackburn or Oxford or Blackburn and Oxford was your Bristol Rovers moment. This could be your launch point. This could be your step into the right direction and get that 11 out there again Wednesday. And I tell you what, I'll close on this one. If he does play the same 11 on Wednesday, and we get beat, I don't think many Town fans would say, was it? It's because he didn't change the team. I really don't. I think if he changes the team and you get beat, that question still looms. So for me, it's a great performance. It's a performance to savour, but it's also got to be a performance to take forward. But until next time, I'm off to the Black Horse for a Talking Town get together. I will be drinking lemonades. I don't drink beer at the best of times, so I'll definitely have a lemonade, probably a tap water actually. Got to stay hydrated. That's key. But join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. We break it down in more details, do likes and dislikes. We'll do Spotlight. We'll do Town in 60. Lee is joining us. He's got a new microphone. He's doing a debut. I'm just giving that to him. But until next time, I'm going to stop now because this light is quite bright and there's people in the car next to me. And, they've now got sunglasses on, though. It's all right. I can see it. Yep, no problem. Until next time, take care. God bless. Town of One. You've reached the end. Thank you so much for watching. Hit here to subscribe. It's totally free. And hit here for more Talking Town videos. I'll see you on the next one.